All right, so the defense looked like it kind of felt to continue that momentum from the second half of Mississippi State. When you guys were reviewing the film, what jumped out to you about the defensive performance against Texas State?
Yeah, I think we, put another game together, playing as a full defense, and putting 4 quarters, play good defense from the first snap. You really like to see that. I feel like there's 11 guys just doing their job out there.
The run defense looked like it gave up a little bit more than the first couple of weeks. What were some of the things that maybe you saw there that had allowed the Bobcats to have some success?
I mean, outside of one run fit, which I'll take the blame on it, I mean, it was really just the quarterback was affecting us. He had an explosive play on us. They came in and they ran a little bit different stuff than what we thought. Anything that we haven't seen before, so we just got to be better as a defense, fit that up. But I felt later in the game we made the adjustments that we needed to, and, put the game together.
Obviously, through 3 weeks, the non-con portion of the schedule. What have you learned about this 2025 version of the Sun Devil defense as opposed to last year? We got a lot of returners, so really you can do anything. There's a lot of guys that I can trust personally. I know they can trust me. There's a lot of people that can play football too. So there's a lot of things that we got ahead in front of us. But I think we're really good defense. We can fly around and put full games together. 5 sacks overall, 10 TFLs. What do you think allowed the success to have the defense make so many plays behind the line of scrimmage?
I'd say it starts with practice. We had our best practice in terms of energy, people running the ball, making plays, turnovers, all that. And you really saw that, we had 2 turnovers, so I think we haven't had any before that, And it showed. It all starts in practice, and I felt like last week was our best practice. We got to take that on to this week.
How would you say learning under Coach Ward and Coach Cooper has really helped you better your game this season so far?
Oh man, this is my second year technically under them too, and I feel like my football knowledge. I thought I was smart before I got here. Looking back, I don't know football, so that's how much they've taught me the game of football. And just in terms of development's crazy. Looking at my film in previous years to now and where I'm at, just both mentally and physically, they've helped me a lot. And
Year 2 of playing alongside Crook, and then obviously he gets Conference Defensive Player of the Week.
Yeah.
What is it like just playing with you guys? Have that now that in that second year having that chemistry, that rapport?
Right. We played a lot of football together. We were on the same page. Once we're talking, we're playing fast. And I feel like you guys saw that this week. We were playing some good football, and Crook had a good bounce back week. I was excited for him. Coming off that, and we expect that out of him. He's one of those guys that can do that every week.
To kind of piggyback off that, Keyshaun, you just said it playing fast, and I asked Coach Dillingham and even Coach Ward. Not that you guys, in your time here under Coach Ward, had played slow, but did this seem like kind of like the fastest and not that you guys were undisciplined, but the fastest disciplined game that you guys played as a defensive unit?
I think everybody's just, they're starting to buy in and really understand. This defense is, a really detail-oriented defense. So, I was telling some of the coaches, like even last year, I was struggling, and there's some areas of the defense where I had a little misconfusion. So, I think a lot of us have 2 years under our belt now, so it's a little less thinking. Now we can just go out there and play ball.
You talked about your time before coming here at ASU. I didn't realize you were so versatile in high school, honors at linebacker, punter, quarterback. How much would you say your versatility helps your game?
In terms of football knowledge, I feel like playing, quarterback helped me a lot. You understand what offense is doing. I understand. I know a few guys that I played with previously that, didn't even know what counter was. They didn't know what gap scheme was. So, as a quarterback, that really just helped me enhance my knowledge for the game of football.
And they brought up playing along with Crook. You've also got Cyrus rotating in the linebacker core. How's that bond, that leadership in that linebacker room right now?
It's just a group of guys that played a lot of football at multiple schools. We really created a relationship with each other. I would do anything for them and they would do anything for me. That's the kind of relationship we have. That you take that onto the football field, you can go a long way.
Looking ahead to this week, going on the road, another hostile atmosphere. From that Mississippi State experience, what do you guys feel that you took away from just playing in front of a raucous road environment?
I'll speak on the defense. I feel like we responded well. I've been in many situations where you go down big, 17-0. There's no chance in hell you're coming back from that game. So I just like to see that poise out of our defense. They scored. Okay, let's go back out there. Let's look at the iPad. What do we need to fix to stop that? That's why you kind of saw that second half. We put everything together. We understood what they were doing, how they were going to attack us. So I really like to see that out of us.
And then, of course, Baylor has a pretty potent offense. What jumps out to you about what that attack does on, schematically?
Yeah, I think they can beat you with anything. They can attack you in the run game, in the pass game. Quarterback's got a good arm. He's been in the system, so he knows what he's doing. Delivers a good ball. They got a good wide out. A few of them actually. They make good plays. So yeah.